You ever had one of those moments where you're standing in an airport, your heart pounding, your plans completely falling apart, and you realize nothing is going the way you expected? Yeah, that was me in Europe last year. I'd planned this trip for months, everything meticulously booked, down to the last detail. Flights, hotels, train tickets, all of it was set. I was going to visit some of the most iconic spots across Europe, taking things off my bucket list. But then, out of nowhere, the storm rolled in. Literally. I was in Paris, and the weather went from beautiful to a full-on disaster in about 10 hours. The kind of storm that doesn't just cancel a flight, it shuts down airports, delays everything, and leaves you stranded in places you never planned to be. I mean, it was insane. I found myself stuck in Paris for a day longer than expected, which honestly was not terrible, because it's Paris, but then I heard the worst news. My next train, the one that was supposed to take me across to Amsterdam the very next morning, yeah, it got canceled. And it was no small cancellation. No easy fix. I was stuck. Again. Now, this wasn't my first rodeo. I've traveled enough to know things rarely go as planned, and a delay here or there is manageable. But this wasn't just a delay. This was a complete shift. My schedule was thrown into chaos, and I felt like I was juggling 20 different problems. The logistics of getting to the next place, finding new tickets, sorting out a place to stay that night, dealing with language barriers, honestly, it was a lot. But here's where the twist comes in. Because I was covered. Not by a crazy plan I bought at the last minute, but by a decision I'd made before I even left the States. Travel insurance. At that moment, I realized how lucky I was to have that backup. I didn't have to go through the whole nightmare of calling different airlines and hoping for the best. I didn't have to wrestle with expensive fees for changing my plans. I didn't even have to worry about how to pay for another night in Paris. I made one call to the travel insurance provider, explained the situation, and bam, help was on the way. They sorted out a new train for me the following day, covered some of the extra costs, and guided me on what I needed to do. It was honestly one of those moments where I felt this huge sense of relief. The whole thing could have been a total nightmare, but it wasn't. And that's because I had travel insurance in place. And let me tell you, that peace of mind, it was everything. Now I know what you're thinking. Travel insurance is just an added cost. I can probably do without it. I get it, I used to think the same way. But having that extra layer of protection is like having a safety net when your plans suddenly change, when you're in the middle of a mess and don't know where to turn. Here's the thing, life's unpredictable. Travel's even more unpredictable. But sometimes the best thing you can do is take a few steps to make sure you're prepared for those unexpected moments. It's not just about the big stuff, like getting sick or losing luggage. It's about the little stuff, too, those moments when things just go sideways, and you need someone on your side who knows exactly what to do. And honestly, that's why I'm sharing this. It's not a sales pitch. It's a life-saving find. If you're planning any kind of trip, trust me, check out auras.insure. I've used it, and it's been a total game changer for me. It's the travel insurance I trust, the one that kept me from panicking when everything else was going wrong. They've got your back, and you'll be so glad you have that peace of mind when things go south. Trust me, get covered. It might be the best decision you make for your travels.